Hello and welcome to my new YouTube channel. My name is Racing Legend 1234, also known as Arvid Silver, and welcome to my first video here on this YouTube channel. Today, because I'm a motorsport based, we are going to talk about my new series, which is called Track Reviews. And what I will be doing is I will be going through a lot of different games, such as Formula 1, Assetto Corsa, sort of ACC, WRC, Dirt Rally. I will be going through all of these games and going through the different in rallying stages and rallies, and then in F1 on those games I will be going around with the circuit and talk about things like the curbs, obstacles, if you can cut some corners in different games, like what you should be focusing on. But I have a few disclaimers. First, I'm not saying I'm a good driver or a professional sim racer. I'm just a person who is interested in design and things and layouts, who wants to help people and myself get quicker by analyzing. I'm sort of an analyzer because I like analyzing things, sort of design. And you shouldn't expect me to be a Jimmy Broadbent or something if you know who he is. Be because, yeah, I'm a new video. Yeah, you have to think I'm a new YouTuber. But today, we're going to, as you maybe have seen in the title, going to play on my Xbox WRC9. And what's so special about this game is that, first of all, it is it is a rally game, so it's a bit different than a track game because instead of going and braking and not trying to lock up, here you're trying to do drift, spin around, do other things. Yeah, that's what you do. And it's the official license game, and it's one of my favorite games right now. So, because this is my first video, we're going to talk about the Monte Carlo rally. And what's so special with me, why you should watch. It's not like, I think it's called PJ Turney, who likes just drives around one lap on everything. I'm going to drive through all rallies, all stages. Not the reverse ones, but I will do the main ones. And then I will go through slowly and, yeah, talk about some things which I believe you should focus on. Because this I won't be trying to go try hard and just drive as quickly as possible. You may hear Paddington in the background, he's playing with things. We're going to go with my boy, Oliver Solberg. He's Swedish, I'm Swedish. Fun. So now we are at mind my mind my French. Uh, we're at Angine and de Voloy. Start. So I like having the light on because that's my thing. And instantly, as you can see, on the right of the screen, we have a lot of rocks. Here. Which you have to avoid it because it's not just around here. You have to always avoid these rocks in Monaco because they can be... If you crash into them lightly, even when on medium, which I use, your car will die. Your car will scramble up. And here on this side, on the left, as you can see, these boards, or how you call them, are for normal cars to not cut, and also for you. So avoid those two. In Monaco, you can't slide a lot. You mainly should stay in the middle because on the right now are these boards with snow, which is quite slippery like the surface, and on the left you have a lot of terrain, different terrain. And as you can see here, this is a normal, as I said. You'll have on one side of the road you'll have some boards which makes it so you can't go over, and on the other side you'll have rocks, mountains, terrain. Comment down below if you want me to discuss about how to get quicker and more used to rallying. So you're going through here, it sometimes can be bumpy, and then here you come to the tunnel. What's so special about this tunnel is that it's a square corner, which means a 90 degree. So you'll have to focus on not getting that incorrect, because I've done it a few times and then you just crash into the wall. So here also you want to avoid, as you come through here, it's also a bit twisty. And what I know of is that the Monte Carlo rally in, what's it called, Dirt Rally 2, is quite a bit different to this, because if you look at the asphalt, maybe if we go to this view, as you can see, the asphalt is just a little bit of snow on it. Not a lot. Whilst in the other game, Dirt Rally, you can say it's... Oh, wait. Drive using all cameras in the game, yay! But in Dirt Rally, there, they have big snow patches, which you want to try and avoid. And I will talk about that when I get to that game. It's also, these long corners, you'll have to try and be as close to those as possible, so you don't crash. But if you crash into like here, it's quite hurting. And here too. Because like you saw there, you can easily get hit and you go back onto the stage. So it's easy in one sense, but if you have high damage on, it's not very good. And here you're coming through here. You want to kiss. You want to go as far to the left as possible. If you have driven Formula 1 games, when you're on asphalt and these or surfaces, you want to sort of be like on a racing line on the outside and then the inside to get it easier. And here, these things, you can crash into them. It's not a big deal, but you have to just focus so you don't crash into these signs, which say fanatic and other things, or you know, crash into those. Here, you want to be on to the right. So here we come to a different type of wall. The wall to the right, as you can see, maybe it doesn't look very detailed, but you can maybe see that there are things sticking out from the wall. So if you're kissing it like this, it's not very good because you'll get a lot of friction and it will damage you. And sometimes I've noticed in this rally, in Monte Carlo rally, you get these, you get trees. And trees are not very good to crash into, as you probably should know. But now when you go, oh, this is a very good tip. Here, you can see when you're in my view, as you usually are, you see the orange. It's quite more clear out here. But then you can also see by the tree, no, by the road here. Yeah, like further down. Wait, I can move my camera. So right underneath me, you can see there are roads. And underneath there, you can look there, because there it's also good to see, because you know sort of where you're going. So it's always look, not just to look a bit ahead of you, but look a lot ahead of you. Because I've learned that, and it's actually helped me quite a lot to go quick. Yeah, here we have another trees, and there you saw. Oh, there you saw. I went over a few bumps. So I'll have to always notice, like here, this dip, I mean. When there's a dip, you wanna be sort of central and know where the dip is directing. So you brake, then move in with the dip. With the dip. So here, so here you also need to notice where these things start. To the right of me. Because they know in this rally they start and then they is bored. They start and then they stop. They start and they stop. So like here, it stopped. You have to know where it starts again, because otherwise you can get hit like that. And when you're at speeds, it's not good. It's not good. Yeah, here. When it says don't cut, it means don't go on the inside of the corner, because there's something, a barrier or something there. And here we come to this section. If I remember correctly, yeah, that is house section. Here you want to be sort of central in the road, so you don't kiss one of these accidentally. Here, when when on these widened sections you can start pushing the car. But as you saw there, you don't want to go too quickly so you get understeer or oversteer. Because if you get oversteer, you can you can spin like that and crash. Or if you get understeer, you will you will go you will not turn as good and you'll crash. And then boom. We are done with that stage. Off to the next one. So here you can see these barriers. As normal, to the right also these walls, which you have to focus on. Here you can hit these, but you don't want to go too long because you'll hit that wall. Here, here. And this is where you go up. Where you go up. Normally on some of the rallies, no, some of the stages in Monaco, these barriers you see on to my right are sometimes not there. So you'll have to look to see if you can cut that, as in don't have to turn as much, or you have to brake and then turn. And then this hairpin, it's a hairpin which goes up and also widens, or like it's a longer hairpin, is what I'm trying to say. But then, as you saw, I cut it. No, I went too wide. But if you go too much in, if you go too much in, you'll crash into this and maybe flip. But if you go too wide, you'll crash. And you need to here. It's right after quick section. So you'll have to know that when going here, you have to brake hard and then quickly turn right. So you'll know. Oh, here. First time I went here, if you're driving, let's say, this view, you'll come through this corner quite quickly. But the first time I went here, I didn't notice that this obstacle is there. So you'll have to know when you go up and it's a 5 in through intersection, what's it called? You'll have to remember that you can't just go full speed. And through these corners, when it's like a right free, left free, as you can see, you cut here, then you brake a bit. So you don't brake on the initial, you turn in, brake, and then you turn left. So you turn right, brake, turn left. And here, what you usually do on these bridges, you have to be real focused. But here, I turn in slightly, and then I take the handbrake, as you can see on my skid marks. I go a little bit, then I turn quickly. So you don't have to go wide. Here you have to just check the bumps. Then here, as you saw, I was I was jumping, so you'll have to brake a bit before, if you see these dips, so you don't jump and crash into a wall. Yeah, through this section, you'll have this wall, but it maybe looks interesting for you to cut, like, or kiss the left through that section I just went through. But you shouldn't do that, because there's there here you can cut actually, but on that section there are stones, so you should remember to not cut there. When this is a one thing. When going uphill in Lucron, remember, you can't kiss the right or where the barrier is, not the wall, because these things can happen. It just abruptly ends and then a new one starts, which means when you kiss, you get hit. And finished. This corner is quite a long sweeping corner, so you'll have to like, you can't just go on the gas all the time. You have to like vary. Here you can cut, just keep going with the gas. Here there's the house, so you'll have to focus on that to see. Here the wall starts, so shouldn't get cut out, and it shouldn't happen to you what happened to me. Oh, not noticed. We have come to a new surface called snow. Did you know that? I don't know. But here on this, as you can maybe know, because we're on asphalt tires, it's quite slippery here. So when braking, you'll have to know, you'll have to brake a bit earlier. So you have enough time to figure out what to do. As I said before in the video, this barrier, though sometimes are barriers here where it gets cut off. What's it good? It gets, yeah, cut. So what you need to know is that in this section, when you come through here, you maybe come on the left. You come here, you see, oh, there is no barrier, so I can cut. Which is quite nice. You'll just have to look in front so you know where. And here it starts a different snow section. Here, you can, if you use, you can slide a bit using the gas, especially in the WRC cars. So when it's a crest into junction, you need to brake a little bit because if you don't, especially it's your first time, because you don't know what's at the top of it. As you can see here, I noticed a lot of hairpins. So I'll have to go through here. And this is one of the problems with Monaco. You can easily flip. Well, you have to respawn. Yeah. So it's not very good for the drivers. You'll need to notice when. Here in these, at the start here, you don't want to go too much in because then you can get cut the wheel. You can flip. I can try to show you maybe. Here, especially when you see this rock. Or you get hit like that. But then soon, when you come further down, it will the walls on the left will and the right will start to become bigger. Like here. You see? You have these walls instead. Which is very good. And these yellow things also mark through this sort of, if you look on my left here. No wait, here. You can see there are a few sectors. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sectors. And at the start of the fifth one, these orange barriers, orange safety nets, notice are saying where the end of the road is. So you shouldn't push to that side or you will go off. But just notice, look to see how I try. Yeah, I'm not very good at taking those hairpins. As I said here, you want to brake a little bit after you turn in. I could have maybe done that a bit quicker, but here I demonstrated. Here it says left 3 long, but it does open up a bit like that. So you'll have to know that. Which the co-driver is saying. I hope I hope that you can like do your own rec and then you can like suggest. Do you just want to go quickly here? just want to go quickly through. There, the bomb now. But I'm not pushing like 100%. Because I'm trying to talk and focus and know why, if I should take up something. And here we come to the speedy section. This bridge is very tight, so here you can cut. Oh, what have we learned today about them? So what have we done today? Well, we have raced. I have driven around the Monaco Rally. I always say Monaco Grand Prix, but I've driven around the Monaco Rally. I have talked about you because about something. What's the things we want you should take away from this? Well, the hairpins you shouldn't cut because they are very dangerous and you can get a lot of damage from them. You should usually stay in the middle of the track because there are some boards on the right, or for your right, boards on the right, and more terrain on the left, which means you can't. If you hit any of them, you crash. And when you go on snow, you have to be extra cautious. Yes. If you have liked this video, please press the like button and subscribe. If you have not liked this video, press the dislike button if you want, and please tell me why, so I can improve. And if you have any suggestions of videos I should react to, or games or circuits I should review, please tell me. Racing Legend, you have been a funny viewer, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.